Hi, my name is Mallory Rodriguez, and I chose Southwest for my corporate social responsibility. One of the first things that Southwest Airlines highlights when you go to their website is their mission. They have two parts. Their purpose is to connect with people and to what's important in their lives through friendly, reliable, and low-cost air travel. You see this purpose throughout their advertising all the time, focusing on family or loved ones traveling one to another. Their vision is also to become the world's most loved, most flown, and most profitable airline. I think there's an importance to this word order, because as you see, profit's the last part. Loved and flown are what they highlight. So obviously, yes, they are a business, and they want to make profit, but to them, it's not the only aspect. Southwest Airlines has a reputation of being more human than other airlines, and therefore their corporate social responsibility plays a large factor in how their company is run. Under their corporate responsibility tab on Southwest Airlines page, their CSR activities are broken down into three sections: charitable giving, environmental initiatives, and community outreach and volunteerism. In regards to charitable giving, last year alone, Southwest received 14,968 donation requests. They ended up distributing over 25,663 tickets and $1,266,950 in cash, which is a combined value of $11.6 million. As for the environmental initiatives, they have reports upon reports of the sustainability actions they have undergone, but to highlight an impressive feat, which they like to announce on their website, was that last year they used about 1 million less MWH compared to the year prior, proving they're taking the proper steps to reducing their environmental impact. Lastly, for community outreach and volunteerism actions, in 2009, the total hours spent volunteering in communities was 45,000 hours across the country, which led to the creation of the program Tickets for Time. For every 40 hours their employees volunteer for a nonprofit organization, the benefiting nonprofit organization is eligible to receive one complimentary round-trip ticket for transportation or funding needs. Now, for the values, that section was not hard to find. They have everything lined out and bullet-pointed. The four sections of their values are: live the Southwest Warrior Way, spirit, have a servant's heart, have a fun-loving attitude, and work the Southwest way. Now mind you, this list is not an exhaustive list of all the points Southwest brings up on their website, but each category focuses on being a person, working hard, treating people with respect, and not taking yourself too seriously. These values are how Southwest Company wants their employees to live. That relates to the work that they're doing because it is people helping people. This company views their jobs as to help their guests, to better their lives in any small way they can. That mentality is reflected in how they proceed with the CSR. They want to help not only the foundations, but people and the environment just as well. Because, as they say, without a heart, it's just a machine. I chose three ethical principles I can distinctly see in their CSR work: Aristotle's mean, Kant's categorical imperative, and Islam's divine commands. I feel as if Southwest has really found this balance between being a booming, profitable business and at the same time taking a caring corporation. Take, for example, airlines. They are not the best for the environment, the pollution they cause, the expenses they create, and the negative possibilities that can arise when riding in one. Yet they make sure to reduce their environmental footprint, help the community around them, and give back to the ones who have helped them. They are not a nonprofit, but they're not a raging evil corporation. They are the middle ground. Kant's categorical imperative was another one that seemed to ring true. This being because they don't only want to help when there's a big stakeholders meeting or when the company is under scrutiny. They want to help all the time because it's right. Therefore, it is always right, and one should always do the right thing. Lastly, Islam's divine command. This one I think partly relates to it. There is no supreme being telling Southwest how to run their company. I think this point just tries to ring true to give the company a sense of what they should do. They try to seek justice, truth, and human dignity. And although this may seem a bit intense, they seek it to a lesser intensity. I think CSR really does benefit both of the company performing the deeds and the community that is being served. But just because it's a win-win doesn't make it bad. I don't think that really could be true. I think it helps the community by having an outside person be of service. Having employees work side by side with nonprofits helps service the community with their needs. It's also creating differences in the lives of people being served. It also provides very much needed financial funding. Although sometimes dismissed for the benefits of writing a check, it can really go a long way. These communities have the benefit of not only getting the check, but also the time and effort of the Southwest employees. As for how Southwest is benefiting, it is getting their name out there and people are creating a positive brand association. It is taking these corporate giants and putting a face to them and a name to them. I think this is extremely important because the newer generations are very into picking companies that promotes good things, and helping people is always a good thing. If it is not apparent already, I think that Southwest Airlines does a pretty great job. I view them as a genuine company, not just a company looking for some good PR. I truly think that all the things that this company does ties back into its cultures and values it promotes, of being more human and looking out for one another. As for the second point, any company could probably do any more for the publics. Helping more in everyday aspects and giving away all their profits would be something. But whilst doing this and still being a full functioning business, they are doing very well. They are taking the steps most companies wouldn't. Lastly, if I was a CSR officer for this company, the thing I'd probably change is create 2 campaigns. Traveling is an important aspect in people's lives, and that is just what a plane does. It takes you from point A to point B. I could create projects internationally to help people abroad, trying to help the people that aren't close to home. Yet at the same time, you need to take the steps to make sure that the people in the US were being helped just as much. Because as Southwest promotes, we're all human. The references I have were only from the Southwest websites and the readings we've done.